You thought we were done talking about Daredevil? Think again. This is the Sacred Rewatch. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sacred Rewatch, brought to you by Effortless Expeditions, a Disney-centered travel agency here to help you plan your next Disney vacation. Contact us today for a free, no-obligation quote. Wherever the destination, they make the experience truly effortless. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like this content, or give a 5-star rating on whatever podcast platform you are listening to us on. Today, I'm joined by...
My name's Andreas. How we doing, guys?
and me. We're attempting to have me help host, which is a first for this. But there is just necessary stuff that Andreas had to talk about for Daredevil Season 2. We couldn't get away without talking about these topics.
Yeah, we did a bonus episode last season for Daredevil Season 1, so it's only right we bring it back for Season 2.
That's right.
Yeah. So, Brody, I have lots and lots of notes, as I showed you before we started recording. I do this thing where, like, Ethan told me to, he told all of us to take notes on each episode so that we don't, forget the earlier episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
So I pretty much, take notes on, almost every scene. It may be overdoing it because, there's a lot of times where I'm, pausing the show, every 5 minutes to write down my notes. But at the same time, it comes in so clutch when, we do something like this. And I could go back and literally see, the scene-by-scene analysis of what I was thinking in the moment.
Yeah, notes really help me when I'm watching shows like this because I'm really bad with character names, side character names. Because you'll be introduced to a character and then they'll come back 5 episodes later. And I'm not going to remember their name.
Yeah,
there's just too many
seriously.
people in a TV show. So, I feel like that's
point.
where notes really help.
That's a great point. Actually, I wrote something down about that. I want to see if I can find it. I think I wrote down episode 6 or 7 where it was when they brought Marcy back. Marcy,
Oh,
you
yeah.
remember her? Foggy's girlfriend, kind of. So Marcy meets Foggy in a bar, like Josie's bar, and this was the first time we had seen her in 10 episodes, I feel like, since maybe a couple episodes before Season 1 finale.
Yeah,
And
I don't think she was in any of the finale.
Yeah, and it was just so random. I was I totally forgot about her, and I was thinking, why do they bring back a side character that has no significance to the show for 5 minutes,
Right.
you know? But I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
I just think it's one of those, we need to really see what the show was in Season 1. It just feels like stuff that Season 2s do. We kind of talked about this when we were talking about the podcast. But this kind of, for some of us, this felt like it was juggling a lot of things. Because it was kind of running off the high of we got renewed. So let's throw everything Daredevil into one season. So
Really?
we kind of discussed that some of the stuff kind of felt like it could have been split into 2 separate seasons.
Interesting. What were you guys?
I don't know.
Oh, keep going.
Well, I was just going to say, I think that happens with shows sometimes. Because that's just how TV is. You don't know if you're going to get another season. It's purely based off the performance of the show. So I feel like when they do get a Season 2, they're we need to make something crazy so that we get renewed.
Actually, I can totally see that being true because after the Season 2 finale, I had to watch a little bit of Season 3 because I really wanted to know what happened next.
Exactly.
And I could tell such a difference between the first episode of Season 3 and the Season 2 finale. It felt like it was maybe a few years in the future. I don't know what time difference it was, but it felt way different.
I don't know how far they were made apart, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We just talked about that with the is it with the Elektra stuff.
Yeah.
Like we really like the Elektra stuff is cool,
Uh-huh.
but juggling that and the Punisher stuff at the same time, I feel is
Yeah.
difficult because you just want to get back
Yeah.
to Punisher a lot.
100%, dude. And I actually wrote down something about that. Um, I was a little upset that they focused so much. So listen to this. Episode 13, my first note. Not sure if I'm a big fan about the end of the season. All the attention has been shifted towards Elektra. I think Stick should have been revealed as a bad guy, leader of the hand, or Frank has a battle with Matt, or Fisk escaping
Yeah.
prison. Like I thought that yeah, they did bring in Elektra and it was cool to see her develop like mid-season, but then we're skipping right till the end, but who cares? At the end when she was revealed as like the Black Sky, and then I was like, whoa, where did this come from? Like all
Right.
of this buildup is like on Elektra now. We just met her like
Yeah.
episode like 6 or something.
But that's where I feel like they're just like, oh, we don't know if we're gonna get another season. But
And then they
like,
kill her
yeah,
off.
which is
And
weird
I'm actually,
because
well, actually,
with
she's not dead, but
what I kind of knew that. But
well,
with how
oh,
she is in the show though,
well, didn't you see the last when they put her in that coffin to
yeah,
um,
that's why I said I kind of knew
yeah,
that because I was
yeah,
like acting like I didn't know. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it feels like she was about to get her own spin-off show. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
she,
Like it almost feels like
yeah,
they were like, "Oh, she's gonna be this huge character, and we're gonna go, and she's gonna get her own show." And then it's kind of
right,
just it doesn't really go anywhere, and it's not really relating too strongly to
hmm.
Daredevil. You know what I mean?
Well, she does have her own movie. It came out
Yeah,
in
but I don't think
2005.
that's not this Elektra and stuff.
Yeah.
That was with Ben Affleck's Daredevil. That was
Mm.
what's her name? Julia. Is it
Roberts.
Garner? Garner.
Oh, Garner. Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I think he's in that movie too. But
Yes. Yeah.
well, and she came back for Deadpool and Wolverine. Spoiler alert if you're watching
Oh.
these chronologically with us, but I doubt you are.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's a whole different thing. But yeah, I don't
So
know. How did you feel about the start of the season? I thought the pilot was really strong. I thought the pilot with the murders happening and the kind of fake out, like you remember when that guy like hears the footsteps and then
no.
he like turns and there's nobody there and you're like thinking, "Oh, Daredevil's here."
Uh-huh.
And then that place gets like shot up
Oh, you're talking about in the bar
in
with
the when it's like the guys all meeting.
yeah, the Irish guys.
Yeah, and they're like about to take over. The guard's
Yes.
like outside. Here's the footsteps. That you
Oh,
think it's gonna be
yeah.
Daredevil going in there, but instead the whole place just gets shot up. And the whole
Yep.
scene
And
you're waiting for Daredevil, and then he
oh,
doesn't.
dude, that's a really good point of like the random drive-by shootings happening. Remember towards the end of the season when Frank got put into prison and then he escaped, and then all of these drive-by shootings happen, like the one at the courthouse where Reyes gets killed.
Yeah.
That happened in Frank and Karen's apartment.
Hmm.
That happened. Like, dude, all these drive-by shootings are happened since season one. I mean, episode one. Like,
Yeah.
who is doing these drive-by? Is it the Yakuza? I'm assuming. Like,
Yeah. I don't. But like,
they never reveal it.
but they were cool. You know, what I mean, I felt like it was a
Yeah,
cool
they
way to
were
just be
cool.
like, it keeps it street level. What's our threat?
Yeah,
Just people shooting stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's the
yeah,
ground level threat. But I loved
yeah.
like just the whole first scene, the cop guy coming back that's talking to Foggy. Uh,
Hmm.
Foggy getting after Matt for doing the Daredevil thing. I love
Yeah.
the bar scene where you can hear the dude's heartbeat or something. Then he goes over and
Hmm.
talks with him. That was cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I just really liked the pilot. It really made it feel like, okay, we're back with these characters.
Hmm.
They characterized Karen. Is it Karen her name?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
trio, Karen.
Yeah. They characterized her way better this season. I think we talked about on our
Mm,
podcast too. Like she felt way
yeah,
more necessary, even from the start when she's like running the office.
right.
So
Yeah, I think the character development for her comes a long way. I
hmm
have some interesting notes about her later on
let's hear him.
in
Let's
the
hear
other
him. Just throw him.
episodes. So I thought it was a little weird when her and Matt started having that romantic connection,
Yeah.
and because it just felt a little forced. And then like at the same time, Matt was like Electra was brought back into Matt's life,
Right.
so it was kind of like with Karen, it felt forced, and then when he was with Electra, he had this natural chemistry. Like you could
And it was
easily
just
see that.
weird because he didn't seem to like think about it, like about there being like two different people at the same time.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
you know what I mean? Like it doesn't even come up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
Foggy maybe talks about it a little bit, but
and
Matt, like, it's just weird. You know what I mean? You would think Matt would
yeah,
be like have something to say about it. You know what I mean? Maybe choose
uh-huh,
one. You know what I mean? But he
yeah, and
just
like
does not care.
it was pretty funny when Matt first gave that kiss to Karen when he was walking out of the office in the
Right.
one of the episodes when they were working on like the case. Oh no, this was in the hospital when Frank was in the bed, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, and they go to interrogate him, and then Reyes comes like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And then Frank chooses them as their lawyers. But like he gave her like a kiss goodbye, and Foggy was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Like, are you guys dating? Like, what's going on?" I was like, I
Right.
thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. I just think the character interactions are just better this season.
Yeah,
I think it feels a lot less stale. I feel like they got to know each other
oh
maybe
yeah,
on the press tour or something.
yeah. I think in the like season one of the show, like it's that initial character development, and so like you could see them come a long way since like we saw them in the first episode when we're introduced, and then from that point on, like it's easy to see them develop quickly because we just met
Yeah.
them. Whereas in season two, like we have seen this whole season of development, it can be hard,
hmm
like they can get stuck in certain phases.
Yeah.
But I think they did a really good job of keeping that development like quick, like really
Yeah.
good.
And really
Like,
mix matching which characters where. You know what I mean?
yeah. Uh, and another thing about Karen, I really, I'm actually kind of torn, but I think I do really like how she has sort of this affection for Frank Castle and
Yeah.
like wants to help the Punisher, but we see her stand her ground in the like, I think the very last episode
Yeah.
when she goes to visit the Marine Colonel Schoonover and the one with no arm who
Yeah.
vouched for Frank in court. And Frank saves her by hitting his car with the truck when she's getting kidnapped.
hmm
And but then she tells Frank like, if you kill him, you're dead to me. And then he was like,
Yeah.
I'm already dead. I was like, damn.
Right. That was like it was borderline to being corny, but since it's John Bernthal, like it played off cool. You know what I mean?
Like
I feel like
that's
any other actor, it would have felt like cheesy as can be.
yeah,
But since it's him, I feel like he got away with it.
that's Frank. That's the Punisher is John Bernthal.
Yeah. If I'm saying his last name correct.
Bernthal or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, he is an amazing actor.
He's a great dude.
He is so good.
Well, he's the
Like,
same as we had a really good actor in Luke Cage, which we just talked about yesterday.
oh, okay.
Me and Ethan. And
Mm,
it's like these are like big name actors now. Like John
mm.
Bernthal, like like you hear people talking about him for the Odyssey. Like he's a
Oh
big
yeah,
actor now. You know what I mean?
yeah. I forgot he was in
And
yeah.
there's just a lot of fans of the show, of his show because of him and stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Does he have his own show?
He does. The Punisher has his
Oh
own
hell
show,
yeah.
and
Oh
then
shit.
I believe they are filming right now, like a limited thing for Disney Plus. I don't even
Uh-huh.
think it's a series. It might just be like one special thing. I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
But apparently they started filming that recently. From what I saw a photo of him on set or something.
Well, dude, his acting in this season was so good. It's like his facial expression. It's really his eyes, dude.
Yeah.
Like he, oh my God, wait, I need to find this note. When he told Matt about his family being killed
Yeah.
and they're in the graveyard. This is right before Frank gets taken by the cops. I wrote
Mm,
down Frank's love for his daughter is so beautiful. Dude, it actually started making me cry. I'm not even gonna cap, bro.
dude, it
It
his
it made
delivery is
me it
great.
was crazy, dude. It made me cry. He said he was thinking about his like the way that he was thinking about his daughter and like how he'd read the book for her.
Hmm.
And like he got home from his mission and never like he was too tired to read for her and then like said he would do it the next night and then they all died and
Yeah.
like he was holding her while he said meat was spilling out of her face as he held his lifeless
Crazy.
body, her lifeless body in his arms. I was like, holy dude.
Well, it's one of those like, oh yeah,
So
no, I see why you're the way you are. You know what I mean? like
yeah,
your actions are justified. You know what I mean?
hmm
It's one of those
to
where
an
it's like
extent,
realistically, yeah,
like
of
like
course, but
right,
like it gives you way more understanding. You know
yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
It doesn't feel like, oh, just being edgy to be edgy. I feel like it's just a cool side of the character.
Right.
It's really
Oh,
grounded to where it's like not everyone's gonna be the nicest superhero. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. And it was just like his eyes, like you could see so much sadness in his eyes and like so much despair. And
Yeah.
then you would switch to like when and later in the season when he saves Karen that we were just talking about with the truck and he's about to kill the Marine colonel.
Hmm.
You could see Karen tell him like if you do this you're dead to me and he like snaps his face over and looks at her and just has like the craziest look in his eyes. And I
Yeah.
was just like holy shit, like is this the same guy?
Right.
Like it was actually insane. What's up, Braun?
What's
Oh,
going
hello,
on?
boss man.
Are you joining us?
I am. I just got off of my other podcast.
For sure.
Keep
We've
going.
been
Keep
trying to
talking.
hold down the fort.
I'm just dropping in right now.
Sounds
All right.
good. Sounds good. But yeah, his acting was just outstanding. I really liked it.
Yeah. There
I
is
wish.
this. It,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, you can go. You can go.
Well, I was just gonna say, dude, I wish they made the season finale more about the Punisher.
Completely.
Like,
I feel like there should have been a fight with him. Like just mainly.
yeah,
The whole
like,
season's kind of building towards it, and then it just doesn't do it.
uh-huh, and like, ooh, but I did really like the Fisk little episodes when Fisk got him out of jail. Dude, I really
Yeah.
liked seeing Fisk back in the show.
That stuff was sick. But like again, that's why the finale just feels kind of weird.
Yeah,
Like
it
it feels
just.
like they had all these different options, and you're like, that's the way you went. I mean,
Mhm.
you have Fisk, you have Punisher, you have all this stuff going on, and they just
Yeah,
kind of don't really complete that in this season. They might in the next season, but it just
and
feels kind of misleading.
I thought the finale was so anticlimactic. Like,
Yeah.
I thought, though, this was a huge prediction I had that I told Brody earlier this week, Bron. But
hmm
I thought the stick was going to be revealed as the blacksmith, and like I was so confident. I wrote down in my notes like episode 11. I was like, holy shit, how did I not realize like stick is totally a bad guy. Like he's going to be the blacksmith. And then I was like, hold on, wait, no, it's not happening.
I already talked it about the episode we were on, but I cannot stand Stick. He's my
I know you hate
He
him.
he hates him,
probably
dude.
probably my least favorite character right now.
I don't know if Ethan hates Stick more than Austin hates the Hulk, but those two are probably the most hated on this podcast by those two.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I mean, Stick, dude, he's such a weird character. Like he has these strong, like you could tell he has like a strong affection for like Elektra.
Yeah.
Probably more than Matt because I don't know when they showed the flashback episodes and like he was about to give Elektra to the adoption family, and
Mm.
like they have that moment where she's like you'll never forget me, right? And he like leans in and like holds her head and he's like, I'll never forget you. Like he never did that with Matt.
Right.
So like he
Like,
probably is closer with her.
yeah. I mean, you would think so. It's kind of how they play it.
And but then like he abandons both of them and then
Right.
literally tries to kill Elektra after she like decides he's very contradicting. He's very
Stick's
contradicting.
not sticking with no one. Stick's
Facts.
switching sides, dude. He needs a new name.
Bro, Stick got stuck with some sticks when he was tortured in his fingers. Dude, that was
Man. Marvel
crazy.
tongue twisters.
Bro, all those sticks going into his fingertips. Oh
Right.
my god, that was hard to
Nah, dude.
watch.
Yeah, I might have looked away for that one. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
Hey, how did you feel about Nobu coming back?
I thought that part was pretty good, to be honest. I thought it kind of played out better than some of the other stuff in the season.
Brian,
Like
what do
it
you
just
think?
felt a little more natural and like smoother.
Yeah,
I
I
liked
agree.
it for one reason. This may be like a weird reason. We may have talked about this. Was that when? Because Nobu was the one that burned alive in the end of season one, right?
Yeah.
You know, he has a big no kill rule. So, but
hmm
didn't Matt Murdock think he killed Nobu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he said to Nobu, I watched you burn alive. And
So,
then
like, for him sticking to his rule, like it works. But he didn't think he stuck to his rule. You know?
yeah.
I
hmm
think he did kill him, and then probably in between seasons 1 and 2, the audience was like, "Wait, he can't be killing people," and they were like just making it work. They're like, "Oh, thank God we did fire instead of a bullet going through him." You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they just kind of reworked it. That's kind of how it feels.
Well, I mean, he came back, dude. He came back after he fell off of like a 10 foot, like a 10 foot little railing in the last fight with Matt. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't think a bullet would have killed him either. Not until Stick decapitated him in the very end when he's like, all right, this guy's definitely not coming back anymore.
Who knows, dude? Anything could happen. They just do anything in
Yeah.
the Marvel universe. Something
Mhm.
will bring someone back if they want it.
Yeah. Dude, I saw this really cool quote in episode 4 that I wrote down. Matt is talking to the priest right after Grotto's funeral, and he's talking about guilt, like how he felt guilty that Grotto is dead and that like
Mm.
he didn't do enough. And the priest said guilt can be a good thing. It's the soul's call to action. So I really like that because like
Yeah.
we all make mistakes, right? And we have regrets because of them. But the difference is some people feel guilty of their mistakes and wish they could fix them.
Yeah.
And that makes it like a learning lesson, right? Because they're bettering themselves.
Mm.
Whereas other people like make the mistakes, they don't care, and resulting in no guilty conscience, and they go about their lives and like perhaps careless enough to make the same mistakes again. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I feel like that line really relates to the difference between how Matt deals with his trauma and situations and how
Mm-hmm.
Punisher does.
100%.
Yeah, man, and you can kind
Yeah.
of get a little bit of that with Elektra.
Yeah, I
That's
was about
another
to say.
reason why I
100%.
like this whole season. I feel like was more leaning towards the Punisher stuff. So
Yeah.
that's again like that line would have been perfect if they somehow had him say that back to
To
Punisher,
Frank.
maybe. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If
hmm
they somehow played with that more, I feel like that would have been maybe paying off more.
Yeah. Yeah, because dude, he just doesn't care. It's crazy. Frank just no remorse for. Actually, we see one time in the court scene when the kid stands up and yells like, "You killed my father." Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
And then Frank later tells like his lawyers, he was like, "I don't deserve this. Like I killed that kid's father." And I was like, "Okay, we finally see some like remorse from him."
Well, and that comes from his family. Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Frank
What are
and
you
the
say?
just top tier media, in my opinion.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, again, if this
Yeah,
show
dude.
didn't have good court scenes, but luckily it does. I
Dude,
haven't gotten
yeah.
bored by a court scene in the show yet.
I loved the court scenes, bro. That case was so good.
Yeah.
I wish it didn't get like cut short by like what do you think the police guy said to Frank to make him go crazy on the stand like that?
There probably
Um.
something else said, in my opinion, so he probably just kept it short. Like, don't forget, X conversation.
But because
Yeah.
Fisk got the guard to go do that to Frank so that he would get in prison with them.
Yeah, but like we don't know what happened off screen before he got in court.
Frank?
Like somebody could have said something to him before, you know? Because like he
But
whispered just into him like very quickly, and Frank
uh-huh.
had no reaction really.
Yeah.
So I
So
gotta
like
assume that like he had to have been prepared for the cop to say like, "Don't forget, Fisk's offer."
yeah,
Yeah.
so like
Or it could
mainly
have
what I'm
been
asking
something just to set him off. Like Fisk would be the kind to get
for
information on like his family and stuff. Like he could have just said the name of someone in his family that died.
Oh, you know
You know what
what?
I mean?
I
He could
think
have
I
just said
know.
something like that.
I have a
What do you
good
think it
I
is?
I think it could be Fisk, that guy in prison that was the kingpin in prison. He
Uh-huh.
had information on Frank's family at the carousel day.
Right.
Maybe he told the guard to tell Frank the only way um, Frank will get more information is if he comes and visits me in jail about his family. And like I feel like that's the only thing that could
Yeah, he
persuade
has to
Frank.
have something to be trying to bargain with him.
Like he doesn't care about money. He just wants to avenge his family.
Yeah, if he could get a name or something, then I feel like that would kind of set off. Maybe that's what he's doing in his show. I mean,
Yeah,
looking for those names or something.
yeah. Dude, it's interesting when the Punisher is first introduced.
Yeah,
I wrote down in episode 2, why do I feel like the Punisher is a good guy? It's
because he's
inter-
kind of in between. He's an anti-hero. You know what I mean? He's
yeah,
not like actively trying to do bad. He just kind of accepts that he's not the best person.
like he's doing the wrong things for the right reason.
Yeah, like that's like his whole thing. You know what I mean? Like even I don't know, like Deadpool is kind of too comic-y, but he's kind of the same way. We're just not being the most moral centered guy. You know what I
True.
mean? But he's
Yeah.
not being I'm gonna take over the city. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just
Hmm.
someone who's just doing the crazy stuff that heroes won't do.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what did you guys give your scores for this season? I don't think
Oh man,
you
I
guys
got
remember.
no idea.
asking the hard hitting questions here.
I have no idea where my papers are for this season.
Like if you just like remember like what you would give it.
I think I gave it a 16 and a half.
I
Wow.
want to say mine was around 18, right? Or no,
I think I
maybe it was
did.
higher. Maybe mine was in the 20s.
I think
Andreas,
yeah.
as a time traveler myself, just wait till next week till you wait to hear what I said about Luke Cage.
Really?
Ask Brody.
What did they think
We're time
about it?
travelers. We're time travelers because this is
We
coming out.
had differing opinions on this.
Who liked it and who didn't? Just say that.
Brody liked it.
Really? And you
as
didn't,
a
Bron?
as a TV show.
I won't say that I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say it didn't quite get double digits on the score,
Oh
which
man.
I think might be a first. I don't know if we've had
Yeah.
another project like that.
And it's not by it's not particularly close either of making double digits.
Oh shoot.
But we're just time travelers. We're just making predictions. We're just predicting.
Right?
Okay.
Through the
I think
multiverse.
I would give Daredevil season 2 probably like a 20 or maybe like a 19.
I think the biggest question for a show is, do you think it did better than the first season with
No.
characterization and stuff? No.
I don't.
I think it was just less focused.
well. With
like, I feel like
characterization is close.
Like, this had better individual moments, but I feel like as a whole, it didn't feel complete. Where season 1 felt kind of more complete. It had some, like,
Yes.
waste
Yeah.
of time filler stuff, but it felt like there was an overarching plan and story. Where
Yeah.
season 2 just felt like tons of stuff happening.
Right. Like that Irish gang held such a huge presence in the first episodes, and then they all got killed off, and we didn't see anything more from them. It was just like the Irish guys first, and then then the Punisher, and then Elektra, and then Nobu. It was just like jumping from huge
Yeah.
plot to huge plot.
And it really kind of faked me out because, like, I thought, oh, if you're juggling like all these plot points, they're all gonna intersect at the end. They're all gonna like, oh, this makes sense. This
Right.
character interacted this, and we didn't know that. This character was part of this, and we didn't know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it kind of really faked me out where I was like fully believing that they were going somewhere, that there was a reason why they were juggling so much at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just focused on like 2 parts instead of all this other stuff.
Oh, dude, something else that they didn't really talk about in the beginning of the show. Excuse me. Matt and the Punisher are fighting on that rooftop scene, right?
Yep.
Um, and Matt starts like tweaking out. Like in the
Yeah.
first couple episodes, he's having like some sort of like paralysis or something,
Yeah.
and they never explain that.
Nope. They
Like
never
they
go back to that.
they never do.
I thought I was missing something, or like maybe, maybe I'm supposed to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But again, they just don't go back to it or don't explain it well
So
enough.
you noted that too?
Yeah, well, like, that's
Yeah.
just how a lot of the season felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But did you like that whole when he's like all chained up and they're just talking to each other?
I did.
Because
I did.
we talked about on the podcast, we're convinced that that's how he knew Matt was Daredevil in the courtroom,
Uh-huh.
is because he talked to him for so long. Like, he's going to know his voice because he's like this military
I
kind
know.
of guy.
I wrote that down too, but he changes his voice. When Matt's talking in Daredevil, he lowers it a lot.
I know, but I feel like he knows. I feel like in the courtroom scene, there's like kind of like a moment where he kind of switches to knowing and realizes.
I think that he maybe is sort of like getting an idea, but when he was on the very last episode, when he's on the rooftop and snipes some of the ninjas for Matt,
Yeah.
and then he sees him without the mask on, he's kind of shocked. He like takes his like eye off the scope and he's like, huh. So maybe he thinks
True.
like,
Maybe he didn't have a whole idea of who that was.
so like I'm thinking like maybe he's like, huh, like Red is
Yeah,
Daredevil,
I can't
or,
tell
like,
if that
Red
was
is
playing
Matt.
it as like I was right
Uh-huh.
or if it
Yeah.
was like a shock moment. Like it might just be him being like, "Hey, I'm right," you know what I mean, and then goes
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
So
yep.
I feel like you can kind of headcanon that the way that you want
Yeah.
to. But
That's a good headcanon.
I don't, I don't. We also. I'm trying to think of what else we talked about because it was pertaining to that.
Matt can be a little careless sometimes with that.
Yeah,
Like-
I feel like he's not the most protective of his base.
Yeah, and especially like when he goes to visit Fisk in the jail.
Yeah.
And then like he starts bringing up Vanessa, and
Right.
then like Fisk grabs him, like starts beating him up, and then like Matt gets a oh shoot, might have to bleep that
That's
out.
fine.
Matt gets a little uppercut in there, and
Mm-hmm.
like it makes Fisk's mouth start bleeding, and he tells his guards like later he's like oh like the son of a boxer Matt Murdock, but then later he was like feeling his blood and he was like hey like you guys need to he tells his lawyer like look into Matt Murdock's files and like he's got a suspicion just from
Yeah.
a powerful punch, you know,
Right.
like he's got to be
Yeah.
careful.
I don't know. I feel like we're gonna kind of see that come back in season 3.
Yeah.
I feel like that's almost my biggest concern. Is like this season not being the most complete is okay because you get the fun stuff with Punisher. I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm more worried about the problems carrying over into season 3
Mm-hmm.
and kind of well because isn't season 3 is kind of the final one, right?
Yeah,
Until
there's
we get Defenders and
no.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't. There's
I
no
don't
season.
remember if it's before Defenders or after. I think it's after Defenders.
Oh, is
So
it?
maybe that's why you're saying there's a time jump kind of feel.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe I would probably wait to watch further.
Yeah, I'm not going
Is
to.
it?
I need to start
Yeah,
watching Luke Cage now.
yeah. But I don't know.
Dude.
What are the notes you got?
Okay, so let's get into some of my notes because I got
Just
some
start
really cool
start
ones.
running through them. Throw them
Okay.
out.
Episode 4.
Okay.
When Matt and Karen are leaving the bar in the rain,
Mm-hmm.
this is right after like Matt is like rizzing up Karen in the bar.
Right.
And like Karen asks like, "Do you mind the rain?" And he was like, "No." And like she's like, "Okay, like I'll walk you home." It's a for me that was a really cool full circle moment of
Mm-hmm.
when Matt saved Karen in season 1 in the rain.
True. I didn't even think
And
about that.
yeah, and
So she might hate the rain. She might be like, "This is giving me bad memories." That's probably
yeah,
why she asked that question. She's like, "I don't like the rain anymore."
uh-huh.
But no,
But
that's an
like
amazing point.
it was a cool full circle like he saved Karen in the rain, and now Karen is like saving Matt, like walking home the blind man in the rain, and that's when
Yeah,
they like ignite the romantic spark. I think that they kiss at the very end when they're at his
I think that's
doorstep.
when that happens. But and
Yeah,
you have to remember that the rain for him, he can like see everything. Like
right,
that's when he can see the best.
right,
See,
because
quote
he could
unquote.
like hear the teardrops falling on
Each
people and
each raindrop is like
raindrop,
bouncing off.
teardrop.
Like the sound of it is bouncing off everything. The impact. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So like
mm-hmm,
that's when he's getting the clearest vision of like what people look like, whatever you mean. It's kind of the
mm-hmm.
closest he gets to seeing anything.
Because it balances out his world's on fire. I remember talking about that in season 1.
Yeah, I think that was in the finale of season 1. You kind of got the visual for it when he's on top of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, I wrote like I can start to see Foggy getting a little jealous, even though he's not showing it. He's got to be a little sad deep down inside.
Foggy's
So,
just he's in a tough spot. He's been like
dude,
that since season 1. He's always like, "Matt, please don't die." And then Matt's like, "Man, I got to do what I got to do." And then Matt's like, "Oh, how do you get all the girls?" Or he's like
uh,
talking to Matt and he's like, "How do you get all the girls?" And Matt's like, "Hey, I got to do what I got to do." He's like, Matt, how are you such a good lawyer even though you're blind?" And he's like, I'm
uh,
barely even trying. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
Foggy's
yeah,
just like
yeah,
struggling over here to make connections and stuff.
dude.
I
I
think it's
hope
kind of his
that
whole thing.
I hope the audience resonates with me, but Foggy just gets on my nerves so much this season.
Honestly, yeah.
Like,
I feel
dude,
like out of all of them, they were getting better development, but I feel like there's just some moments where like I guess his whole character is he was his roommate, but they
Mhm.
sometimes they just don't feel like genuine friends. You
Dude,
know what
it's
I
just
mean? They
like
do just seem like they're still roommates, and he's just kind of like there. You know
no,
what I mean?
it's just Foggy is so so sensitive, so dramatic. Like
Right.
he has he doesn't really seem to care that Matt is Daredevil and to care for his safety. Like when Matt is
Well, he
missing from
says it
the
in the first episode, though.
what does he say?
In the first episode, when they're looking at the crime scene of like all the shooting that went on, he's like, "Oh, like you shouldn't go get into this with like your pajamas or whatever he called them." You know what I mean?
Oh,
He's like, "You're going
yeah.
out there fighting in your underwear and stuff." He's like, "Don't go into this. You'll get killed." You know what I mean? So it does show
Yeah.
some of that concern in episode one.
Okay, that's true. But like during the court case scene, I mean, okay, like I can see both sides of this. Where like this is huge for Foggy's career, like Matt's as well.
Yes.
And like he's mad that Matt didn't show up. But shouldn't you be worried that your friend didn't show up because he's out in like these insane battle fights and like he was mad he didn't show up, but he didn't think like is he alive? You know?
Yeah, I kind of thought they were going to go into that more. I thought they were going to have him like kind of panicking and trying to track where he is. And it was
Hmm.
like, oh, Foggy's going to save the day. He's going to figure out where he is. He's going to help him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I was like, oh, he's going to get something to do. And then,
Oh my
nope. He's just
yes.
like, I got a promotion.
Yeah. And
He's
dude,
like, I finally got a win.
yeah. And I even wrote down after Matt saved them in Reyes' office from the drive-by shooting,
Yeah.
he like Foggy gets shot in the shoulder and he's like at the ambulance and Matt is like saying to him like I gotta go like figure this stuff out, like see what happened.
Yeah.
And dude, Foggy was just like, you always know when to start, Matt, but you don't know when to stop. That's a direct
Yeah.
quote from him. Like, dude, Foggy, you
Like,
just
people are
got
going to die. Come on, Foggy.
like this guy just saved your life
Right.
and you never thanked him. You never said like go kick those guys' ass that did this. Like go get
Right.
them. You're
Yeah.
just like belittling him like you never know when to stop. Like you're his dad, like
Right.
and I think it's all the built up jealousy and envy and resentment from Foggy. I think we really start to see
Well,
that
because
towards
I feel
Matt.
like he's just told Matt, like, this is super dangerous. I don't want you doing it. And it's
Uh-huh.
just, Matt's not going to stop. And
Right.
Foggy, I think it's kind of like what's going on with the season is Foggy just has to kind of let go. Like, he's not going to be
Yeah.
able to control Matt. Matt's going to do this no matter what. So he
Mhm.
kind of needs to let himself just focus on himself because focusing on Matt isn't going to do anything.
True.
You know what I mean? Especially with his,
Yeah.
like, with the company and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. I understand where he's coming from in that sense, because he has
Uh-huh.
like talked with Matt about it before. But I feel like in this season it is kind of frustrating. But I feel like that's also just because it's the middle point. I feel like season 3 is gonna be the, hey, I'm sorry I was so harsh on you, pal. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's kind of where this is going.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just a season 2 kind of thing.
Like I think it was good when they Matt started finally being like, "Listen, Foggy, I'm gonna do this no matter what, and like you need to do what's best for you." And that ended up like them splitting out from their law firm.
Yeah.
It was sad to see them like separate, but at the same time, it was good for Matt to finally be like, "Listen, like this is what I do. Like if you can't handle this, like maybe we just need some time or whatever."
Yeah.
And Foggy did accept that.
Right.
And then he got that dude, it was Hogarth came and gave him the job.
Yeah.
When that
I
happened,
was
I
not
was like,
expecting to see her again.
that was cool.
I feel
Dude,
like
I
every
love,
time she goes away, I'm like, oh, that's the last time we're gonna see her. And she
yeah.
just keeps coming back.
Dude, I love how these shows like intertwine characters like that.
Well, it's just one of those where it's like, it doesn't hurt. Like, why create a new lawyer character when you already have one? Like,
Yeah.
in stock that doesn't take away. That's how I feel like these crossovers should be happening. Like, especially with how
Mhm.
many characters the MCU is juggling now. Like,
Yeah.
just have them casually meet. You don't need to wait
Yeah.
for a movie. Like, just, like, have you seen She-Hulk?
I haven't.
She-Hulk does it really well with like a few characters
Mm.
where they'll just show up for one episode, and it feels like you would have like picked up like a cartoon or something,
Oh
and
wow.
like it's just like the character is just crossing over for that episode, and they're
Really?
gone. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Interesting.
like it's just that makes it feel way more intertwined. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's kind of like how like Winter Soldier was. Like, oh, we
Hmm.
don't need to make like new people at Shield. Like we have Natasha Romanoff. It's
Yeah.
not like we're just gonna throw Black Widow in here for no reason. We
Hmm.
already have a Shield operative who can build character with Cap. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I feel like it's just if you're writing like this, I feel like they wrote it and they were like, oh, we need a lawyer, and then chose her instead of
Yeah.
forcing her into the show.
Yeah, no, it's just like the little scenes where like there was another one in episode 5, Jessica Jones shout out from Marcy as one of the vigilantes that popped up into the city. Like
Mm-hmm.
just those little mentions of and like bringing in other characters like Hogarth, like I think it's so well done by Marvel. It's really
Completely
good.
agree. Well, and I feel like that's a lot of these, like just a TV show kind of taking pride in like the stuff that they've gotten right.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's why I feel most shows deserve a season two if they're one of these not contained to one season stories.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of the stuff we're seeing with Disney Plus is it's like they should be getting a season two. Even if they didn't perform numbers, like you're not able to fix what went right and what went like wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And see like what did the fans like? Instead it just gets shut down instantly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where I feel like that's the problem with
Yeah.
Disney Plus is they're like you get one season and you have to perform really, really well if you want a season two. And by the time we start
Mm,
production on that, it's gonna be 4 years out. You know what I
right.
mean? So
Yeah.
and because a lot of the shows we're getting are from old movie ideas, so they
Hmm.
weren't gonna go on any further.
Mm.
But like
Yeah.
I just feel like that's the kind of a Disney Plus problem. I feel like most shows should be given a season two,
Yeah.
just for the team to just regroup, rework the characters, what worked, what didn't work. Because
Right.
I feel like a season one just kind of doesn't count for a show. You know what I mean? It's like the pitch
Yeah.
for a show.
Hmm.
Like it's pretty much the pilot of the whole thing is like the entirety of a season one of a show.
Yeah.
Because you don't really know what it is yet.
Yeah.
It's not
I
until you get to your season
I
twos,
agree.
which I always think season twos are probably the most interesting in most shows,
Mm.
just because they're really like pushing the bounds. It's like before they
Yeah.
have to wrap things up into season 3 or 4, but they're able to just like try out new things with the season two.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's continue. Um, I wrote down in the beginning of episode 5, I said, I'm glad Karen is standing up for Frank Castle. However, it is a bit strange to me that she's standing up for this dude when he's a mass killer, literally tried to shoot her at the hospital. He seems cool and has a tragic story, but he is a mass killer. Is she
That
crazy?
is that is true. I
It's
feel like
like,
she was maybe a little too accepting of that.
yeah, it's like, I don't know. This guy literally tried to kill her, and you would think she's traumatized, but instead she's standing up for him. Maybe that just shows her character, like her character
Yeah.
is willing to wear her heart on her
Just her
sleeve.
defense kind of taking priority.
Yeah. Um, episode 6, the title was the first thing I noticed. It's called Regrets Only. For some reason, that got me hyped up for the episode. I was like, this is a really interesting title.
Dude,
Like,
that is the thing, dude. Like sometimes a title will perfectly like summarize what an episode's gonna be.
uh-huh.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
regrets only. Like, that had me thinking, like, whoa.
It's
Like,
so intriguing. Just two
yeah.
words and you're like, what character is that pertaining to?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
And let's see. So, the music in the first, I think this is when the Yakuza come back. The music is really cool. It's all the Yakuza pulling up on their motorbikes, and
Mhm.
like this action kind of soundtrack, and
Yeah,
that's the first time this whole season where the music really was like sounded good. I was like, oh, this is
yeah.
sick.
We're like, because most of the time, like, it's just kind of happening. Like, I'm just not
Yeah.
thinking about the music. It kind
Hmm.
of takes a moment that like fully focuses on the music to be like make me realize it.
Yeah.
But the motorcycle scene, I was getting like definitely like Kill Bill and like
Yeah.
John Wick vibes.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then actually to go off of the music a little bit, um, the intro theme, it really reminds me of the Call of Duty like intro music.
Yeah.
If you play Call of Duty or like anyone listening, it
I don't
sounds
know if he's done
similar.
a Call of Duty soundtrack. He does video games though, because he did Spider-Man. If you play
Oh,
Spider-Man the
okay.
video games, which I've been playing recently, he does the music for
Yeah.
those. And
Yeah.
you
And
know,
the zombies,
I've
Call of Duty zombies.
has he done that one?
No, but that's what it sounds
Oh,
super
okay. Yeah,
similar
yeah. No,
to.
it does sound like that one. I was gonna say it would make sense if he would have done that one. But
Yeah.
what soundtrack I really want to see? I think is it John Pacino?
Who's that?
I think he's the composer, right?
I'm not sure.
Let me see. Daredevil composer. Yes, I'm probably not saying it right.
John
Oh, he
Pacino.
also composes for the Defenders.
Nice. Very
That is
good.
cool. Oh, and then Daredevil Born Again is done by the Newton brothers. They did like they did X-Men. Is it 87 or 97? I
Oh,
think it's
really?
97. And they did the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which I think their soundtrack was great.
Oh, I haven't seen
But
that
the
movie.
guy that did this one, I've talked about this with friends. I think he really needs to do a Batman soundtrack.
Really?
If they were to launch a DCU Batman right now, I feel like
Hmm.
he would be the perfect guy to kind of do the music for that.
Yeah.
His Spider-Man music's amazing.
And there was a really cool detail at the end of the intro theme that I just noticed.
Mm.
There's like two thumps. And to me, that's symbolic of Matt hearing people's heartbeats to know like their location. Like,
True.
dude, the next time you listen to it, listen for the very end. It's like a bump, 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 bump. And I was like, that has to be like the heartbeat
That
like
probably is.
aspect of the
That's probably
show.
been there since season one too, and I didn't even catch that.
Uh-huh. And then like this is episode 8. Right after the intro ends, Matt and Elektra get ambushed by the Yakuza
Hmm.
and he can't hear their heartbeats because like they're trained to do that.
Right.
And so like him and Elektra are getting their asses handed to them. And then Elektra is like focused on their weapons and and then they start like getting out of it. But dude, this is another note I wrote down. During that fight, Elektra is about to kill one of them.
Hmm.
Matt looks over and he yells, "Elektra, no!" And like she stops, and then the ninja like stabs her, and she literally almost dies because it was a poison blade.
Yeah.
And it's like Matt, like it was just kind of naive to me for him
I,
not
f-
wanting to kill because he
I feel
almost
like that was a
ended it.
parallel to Karen and Punisher talking. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
what do you
when
mean
she was
by
saying like, "Oh, if you kill that person, you're dead to
that?
me."
Oh,
I feel like almost those two
oh,
scenes were supposed to be like what Matt loses by being like, "Oh, you can't do that," and it's like, okay, well, people are gonna get hurt if you say you can't do that. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like the Batman thing. Like inevitably, these bad people are gonna come back if you aren't killing them, like Punisher is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sure, they have a chance
Yeah.
at redemption and stuff, but I feel like those two scenes are to be like, maybe the Punisher's way of going about things is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
And
he'll look at someone like Karen and be like, "No, you don't understand. Like these are bad
mhm,
people. You know what I mean? Like
right.
someone has to do this. My life is already pretty much ruined. I don't lose anything by doing this."
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of him taking that weight upon himself to do that, which you can
Yeah.
debate if that's correct to do or not. But I feel like it
So,
really just shows the tonality between the two.
oh yeah, for sure. And I actually I think a better parallel is when in Matt's apartment, Elektra, like she's recovering in his bed, and then
Mm-hmm.
this ninja comes out of nowhere, and it's like a boy that is fighting Matt, and like Matt like takes off his mask and is like, it's just a boy, like, and then Elektra comes out, and this is right after Matt told Elektra like, you don't have to kill, like there's good in you, and like just convinced her, and she was like you're right, like you believe in me, like they had this great moment, and
Yeah.
then Elektra comes out of nowhere and just slits his throat, and Matt was like we just talked about this, and
Right.
Elektra's like, this is who I am, like do you still want me? I was like, damn,
You're crazy.
you crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think this season had a lot of good moments,
Hmm.
but it's just kind of underwhelming when you're watching it as a whole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I could definitely see myself coming back to some of these episodes to
I don't
watch,
know
like, oh,
though.
that scene, this
Yeah.
scene. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it just feels like it doesn't culminate in, like, the way that I would be like, oh, let me watch this whole season.
Yeah, but I really like the season still. I thought it
I
was
know.
really
No.
good.
I think, like, what I'm hoping for with season 3 is a mix
Yeah.
of the two seasons. A more
Yes.
focused Matt story like season 1
Hmm.
with the cool character interactions from season 2.
Right.
Because I feel like that was kind of the loss in like season 1. I feel like him and Foggy interacting is kind of more stale. Same with him and
Yeah.
Karen. I feel like it's just kind of a more basic
It's just so
lost show for the
blunt.
most part. You know
Like
what I
their
mean?
interactions, Matt and Karen and Foggy this season is like they're blunt, and there's not a lot of scenes of them in their office like there was in season one.
True.
And I don't know, it's really not focusing on them as much as like Elektra and the Punisher and Matt.
Which is why I think, yeah, I think season 3 kind of needs to blend the two.
I want to see Fisk break out of prison in season 3,
Yeah.
and but it's gonna be about the hand and stuff. I hope it's more about Fisk coming back.
I feel like with how much they balance in this season, I feel like they can do both.
Yeah,
I mean, and because we have so many
definitely.
shows in between. You know what I mean, we don't know
Right.
what stuff is going to end up being in Defenders. We don't know, you know what I mean,
True.
what's going to go on. Because, like I said, I think season 3 is after Defenders.
Yeah.
So we might get into some of that stuff there.
Right. Let me check real quick because I want to see about the Defenders. Daredevil season. Yep, it is after the Defenders.
Okay. I think I remembered Ethan saying something like that.
Yeah. Um. Okay, let me get back into my notes a little bit. They. Um. Okay, so let's just go right into episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, at the end of season 6, I liked this episode. It's when Elektra and Matt team up and go to that really fancy like ball, charity like ball party,
Yeah.
and they try to steal that little like that information from the Yakuza.
Yeah.
And so, really good music in this episode too. They have like a whole
Mm-hmm.
jazz band, and I was loving it, bro.
Yeah, it was
Like,
sick.
the music was great. And then they go up to the 13th floor, and they're stealing the information, right, from the
Mm-hmm.
Yakuza. And then the Yakuza come to the 13th floor because they figured it out that their cameras were being looped. They figured out someone broke in.
Mm-hmm.
And because they found that guy Gibson beat up in the bathroom,
Yeah.
who they stole, Matt and Elektra stole the like hotel key to get up to the 13th floor. And bro, they just let Matt and Elektra go after they pretend to be drunks making out. That is
Right. They're
just
just like, okay.
that's so stupid.
Right? Like, they were just dealing with the whole situation. Like, it was super serious. And then they're just like,
Yeah,
must have been the wind. Like, they just like the basic.
right. Like they know someone beat up their like finance guy and took the information to get up to the 13th floor. They know
Right?
someone looped the cameras, and it's only those two people in the entire floor. Like, it has to be them, but because they pretended to be drunk, they let them go.
Which is crazy.
I thought that was pretty stupid.
I feel like they should have maybe held him for a little bit, asked him a few questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just something.
Episode 7, Matt needs to be careful with the way he speaks because if Frank recognized his voice from when he was Daredevil compared to his lawyer self, he could put the pieces together. So that's exactly what you guys were talking about earlier. I wrote that down
Yeah.
too.
Well, I think even movements. Like, you have to think about how
Yeah,
trained Punisher is. I feel like you can look at how someone walks and be like, that's that person.
true.
Yeah, man. I feel like he's just trained that way, where identification is probably like one of his main things.
And that comes in later when Frank is at the diner with Karen and um he notices the Buick drove around the corner 3
Yeah,
times and told Karen like
exactly.
go get down, tell the chef. So in episode 7, there is a really cool turning point between Karen and Matt when they have
Hmm.
an argument about vengeance versus justice and if Frank Castle is justified for his killing spree.
Dude, that should have been the title of the finale. In our dream scenario where it's a Punisher versus Daredevil fight in the last episode,
Vengeance versus justice.
it should have just been that.
Yeah.
And it should have just really pushed, is he doing the right thing? Who's
Mhm.
doing the right thing? I feel
Yeah.
like that should have been the question of the season. Yeah, man.
Right. So I want to break down this argument a little bit with you. So let me give a little basis of what I wrote down. The argument here is that Frank's tragedy doesn't give him the right to kill, but Karen understands his passion to seek vengeance.
Hmm.
Then Matt says that's different because vengeance is not justice. And Karen was like, well, right or wrong, you have to admit that it works. Which made Matt go like, whoa, like, do you really believe that? That like
Right.
it works like to kill people to get vengeance? So first of all, I think Matt sounds a little hypocritical. Hear me
Yeah.
out. Because he's doing all the same things as Frank, except he's just not giving the final blow. I think I actually talked to you about this
Right.
before Fantastic Four recording.
Probably.
Where like he's beating dudes up, putting guys in comas, like probably making them become amputees.
For the rest of their life.
Yeah, like brain damage, all this. But he just doesn't give the final blow to kill them.
Right.
And second of all, I was really curious how Matt would react to Batman.
True. The
Because
Opt universe is over there. I
because
don't know which Batman would kind of be a match for his. Probably the Batman. Probably Robert Pattinson.
oh really?
I feel like
I
they're
haven't
about
seen
the
that
same
one.
tone.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet
I
actually.
think tone wise they're probably the closest.
Yeah. Well, because Batman refuses to kill like Matt,
Uh-huh.
although Batman probably has killed before, right?
Uh
Or
in
or
Batman Beyond, I guess
okay.
he doesn't really kill. He kind of just picks up a gun and then he's like, "Oh, I'm never going to be Batman again."
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure there's versions where he does kill. Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Snyder one, he's driving cars into people and blowing them up. But like, it's funny if you watch the commentary track.
Uh-huh.
Snyder's like watching it, and he's like, "Oh, those people that blew up in the car, they're completely fine. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. They're fine." But
That's
like,
funny.
it is possible for Batman to kill. The Batman no kill
Okay.
rule kind of is just a thing that developed where
Okay.
people just aren't used to him killing people. But like, if you watch like the old movies, like he'll put like a bomb on someone and drop it into a hole, and then like smoke comes up,
Okay.
and you're like,
So,
okay, So
It's
like,
kind of the same then because Daredevil, like, he doesn't kill, but he also killed Nobu, burning him alive.
right?
So I guess like every now and then it happens. But
Yeah.
for the main part, Batman refuses to kill, just like Matt. But Matt Matt fights for justice, whereas Batman fights for vengeance. Like he's a self-proclaimed, he is vengeance. Like that's like
Yeah.
the Batman quote, "I am vengeance."
Yeah.
So Matt opposes Frank for seeking vengeance and killing for it. So I'm curious if how he would feel about Batman seeking vengeance and not killing.
Because when you think about it,
Same, it's like almost the same thing.
Batman is Daredevil with the backstory of Punisher. Like we talked about this in season 1. Matt Murdock does not have a personal vengeance towards the dude that drove the truck with the acid that made him go blind. He doesn't have a personal gripe against someone out there that did something to him in that same way. Where Punisher does. Something happened to him by someone else. And that's what makes it vengeance. You know what I mean? Where he's been a lawyer. That's the justice side of it. And I feel like Batman is the same way. Like he even says in like some stuff that when he's fighting people, he just thinks that he imagines that it's the person that killed his parents.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Joe Chill.
Mhm.
And I think it's just really interesting when you look at the two characters. And I think that's the main difference. That's what stands out about Daredevil. He isn't hunting down the person that wronged him.
It's a really good point because in episode 5, when they give the flashback between Elektra and Matt, she captures the killer of Matt's father, and she has Matt beat him up, but Matt she's like, "Kill him, Matt," and he's like, "No," whereas like Frank would have been like, "This guy wronged my dad and my family,"
right?
He would have killed him in a heartbeat.
Which that's like exactly like what happens with Batman. In some comics and in a show in Gotham, Bruce Wayne does track down the person that killed his parents.
Oh, yeah.
And the way that it plays out in Gotham, I'm going to spoiler alert because it's just like one episode. But he finds the dude. The dude gives him a gun, and he tells Bruce Wayne, it's like young Bruce Wayne, and he tells him to shoot him. Like he's just saying, hey, I understand you followed me, you tracked me here. I killed your parents, it's only fair. You kill me, but then you're going to be just like me. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And he sets the gun on the table and he leaves. And then the second that Bruce Wayne steps out the door, a gunshot goes off and the dude
Kill himself?
I mean? Yeah.
I might have to cut that out. I don't know if
I don't know.
allow that.
But I always love that episode of Gotham specifically. And I kind of felt parallels to how Matt kind of handled it here.
Is that I always see YouTube clips of like young Bruce Wayne being at like an auction with that one stuck-up girl.
Yes.
That's Gotham.
Yes. I'm a very big fan of Gotham.
I kind of want to watch it.
I think I binged it during COVID. And it
looks good.
Fun. It is fun.
Yeah.
So
that's a really interesting comparison between the Punisher and Batman.
Yeah, like I guess Matt does kind of have that because of his father's killer.
Like Matt, Punisher, and Batman, the three of them, to compare them.
Yeah, but like I just feel like Matt's dad's death is less relating to who he is. Like obviously, like it's to his like it affects him a lot. Yeah, but it wasn't like the same incident that made him blind.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, so episode 8. First thing I wrote down, damn, that's a big hole. Do we ever know what that hole is for? Bro, I don't think they ever reveal what that hole is for.
I feel like they had to have, but I just don't remember it.
No, they didn't. Because I just watched like 5 episodes in the last like 2
Okay,
days.
then I'll take your word for it. I'll believe you on that one. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't.
because the only thing I could think is that I know that they travel in the tunnels and like the
Mhm.
man-made sewers, but like
Yeah.
that hole is literally like they drop an item, and I bet there's definitely a calculation somewhere online, but that item doesn't hit the
For how
bottom
far
for
that
like
is.
yeah, it doesn't hit the bottom for like 3 minutes straight, bro. It's insane.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that did come back up.
Another like plot that wasn't
That's what I'm saying, man.
yeah. Anyways, so okay, we were talking about how Matt almost got Electra killed by telling her not to kill that ninja.
Mhm.
Um, oh, so this is pretty much like the court case going on,
Mhm.
but dude, okay, this is. Do you remember in season 1? I think the very last episode, there's a moment where the stick is sitting down with this one guy sitting down like crisscross applesauce from each other,
Mhm.
and it's in the dark. We don't know who Stick is sitting with, and the guy asks Stick like, "Do you have Matt?" And Stick was like, "No, not yet, but he'll come around." So now that I've watched the whole thing, I think it was Stick trying to recruit Matt to his side of the war against the Hand.
Oh.
But dude, at first I was thinking that Stick was a bad guy. I thought that was him talking to like Nobu and the
Right.
Yakuza. So
I
like
don't. Maybe it's relating to Defenders.
I don't know, but
Maybe
I
it's part of that team up stuff.
I told Ethan about this in the last recording we did, and he didn't remember that. But like, dude, it was like such a small moment, but
Right.
it alludes to so much. Like,
That's what I feel like there's so much stuff this season where you're like, oh, where's that going? What you mean? What's gonna happen with that? And it just kind of
yeah,
leaves you hanging.
yeah. But anyways, I thought that was something cool. That kid that cried out about his father being killed by Frank in court, I was
Hmm.
thinking that was a plant by Reyes that they planted in there.
Oh. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
headcanon.
Headcanon.
Headcanon. I mean, that definitely works. I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, it
That,
totally
that does
destroyed
seem
their
very
day.
manipulative. Yeah.
And then we find out Reyes, like, has been covering up all the medical reports, all the files. That,
Right, this
like,
whole time.
bro, she deserved to die. I don't
Hey,
know if she
we,
deserves
we
to.
got our Punisher over here. We got Punisher over here. We
All
answered our
right.
question, vengeance or justice. Andreas has solved the equation.
Okay, well, I don't know if she
She
deserved
deserved
to
to
die.
die.
She
Hey, just blurt
she
it out. Blurt
deserves
it out.
she deserved punishment.
Which happens to be death. This whole thing we're talking about morals, and you're like, yeah, she should die. She should die. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
I never said that I was Daredevil. Maybe I'm more of a Punisher.
You're gonna show up. Your next episode, you're gonna have like the shirt on with the skull. You're gonna have like the
Uh-huh.
vest on.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
think
tell you
you.
something. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you
That's how
something.
you're gonna be,
I'm already dead. I
right?
just like
That
walk
that
out the room.
right. I don't know.
I'm
The title for
recording.
this episode is either gonna be vengeance or justice, or it's gonna be I'm already dead. It's gotta be one of them.
Yeah. Oh God. Um. So that was when Fisk and Frank met up too, at the end of
Hmm.
that episode, which was crazy. But
Right.
episode 9, beginning of that episode, I was very happy to see Frank back in the show.
Yeah.
Because dude, I just like Fisk. Like, I just
Yeah.
think he's such an interesting character, and I think there's just a lot of like good plot surrounding him.
Yeah. It's really weird coming at this like now. You know what I mean? Like, cause we know he comes back. You know what I mean? Like, he's in, like, a lot of other projects now. And it's kind of weird watching this knowing, like, oh, we're like, barely even at, like, we're not even at the middle point.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like, there's, like, oh, there's a whole nother half to this character that we haven't gotten into.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But, I mean, I will say he has lived up to the hype. People talking about, like, oh, we need to see him in more projects. Oh, he's the coolest guy. Watching clips of the show, I was like, okay, he kind of just seems like a mean business guy in a suit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I feel like watching the show, you're like, oh, yeah, this guy's great. But,
Dude.
and I always forget that that guy's in so many movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, isn't he
the guy in, is he Full Metal Jacket?
I don't know. I've never seen
It's
that.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Is he in The Penguin?
I
you
watched
seen
The
that?
Penguin. I don't know if he is in there.
No, okay, no, I'm tripping.
Man.
But is he?
Look at us. Yeah, he's in Full Metal Jacket, and then in Men in Black,
wow.
he's like the one alien dude that's like sugar water.
Bro, he doesn't even need to dress up as an alien. He looks like one.
Wow. Wow, I think we got our Punisher,
Dude,
man.
He looks
We
like
got
a
our
thumb.
Punisher.
He's literally like
Wow.
a swollen thumb.
Okay. All right.
You know,
Let's throw that out there.
you know,
Keep going. Keep going.
you know that one movie from we were kids. What's it called?
Spy
the kid,
Kids.
Spy Kids. He looks like a thumb from Spy Kids.
You said thumb, dude, and I was like, I had to wait to see if you were talking about Spy Kids or not, because I didn't want to be like, Spy Kids, like, just like off the bat.
No, he literally looks like the thumb from Spy Kids.
That's crazy. I mean, I
looks like-
see it. But
Bro, he looks
that's
like
crazy.
the Michelin Man.
Wow.
Michelin Tire Man.
If I had $1 for every time this week someone referenced them,
Really?
I'd have two. Or actually, no, I think the other one was the Stay Puff Marshmallow Man.
Yes.
I think that was who was referenced during the Fantastic Four episode.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
completely different guys.
So, later on, wait, actually, while we're still talking about Fisk, while Matt goes to visit him in jail, and Fisk like breaks out of his handcuffs, grabs him, and starts like banging him on the table.
Yeah.
Dude, the lawyers and the guards, I know they're being paid off, but like, you're really gonna sit there and let a blind man get beat up by this bully? Like, dude,
Hey,
money has corrupted them. That's just ridiculous.
but what are you going to do? Because Kingpin knows who you are, and Daredevil doesn't know what you look like, so he can't take legal action against you. I'd just stay quiet in the corner and just be like, I hope it doesn't start raining. Because then he would know who I am.
Oh, yeah. I
So
guess
other than
that, like, they can't do anything because Fisk can do the same to them. But, like, bro, he's literally blind. Like, this guy's beating up a blind guy. That's so messed up.
I mean,
Like, from
but
the
it's
outsider,
not the worst they've seen him do. They've probably seen him do worse. Like, he's running this whole thing off fear. You know what I
to
mean?
me, it's just like a defenseless. It's like we know Matt's not defenseless, but like in the prison guard and the lawyer's minds and Fisk, he's a blind guy that is defenseless,
But
and
he's also beat up
Still-
a lot of people. Like people know who Daredevil is, and if I'm watching Daredevil get beat up, it's like if I'm watching Spider-Man get beat up. Do I want to think of myself as the guy who would run in there, be like, "Don't worry, Spider-Man, I got
No.
dude."
No.
Realistically, if Spider-Man's
but
getting
it's a-
whooped,
But it's not Daredevil. It's not. It's a blind guy. Like they don't know he's Daredevil, so like they just think it's a blind guy getting beat up by Fisk.
yeah, I forgot he was just kind of mad in that scene.
Yeah. But anyways, that's a little. It was just to me. I was like, wow, like that's more messed up by Fisk to start beating up this blind dude because he mentioned Vanessa.
He's a bad guy. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna punish him.
You might be the Punisher, man. You might be.
I'm gonna punish him so good. Oh wait, that sounds so weird.
All right. What do you clearly said it like you knew what it was gonna sound like. You can't play that off like you didn't know what that was gonna sound like. You
No.
didn't
We need
even
to move
finish
on.
the sentence. Okay,
No.
we do. If I had $1 for every time you said something out of pocket and then said, we need to move on, like we were the ones making you say that.
Bro, I did not mean it to sound like that. I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
So in my opinion, the action scenes are not done very well. Like
Really?
some moments, it can be really obvious, and this also kind of goes back to Jessica Jones, where I didn't like the action scenes in that show either.
Yeah.
But the fighting between Fisk and Castle, when Castle kills the kingpin in prison that Fisk wanted him to get rid of,
Yeah.
which was, oh my god, dude, to see Frank Castle kill all those inmates
Right?
and like come out alive, I was hyped. I was like, this guy's a beast.
I mean,
It was sick.
he's punishing them, dude.
He was punishing him. But dude, the punches just look not between Castle and inmates, between Fisk and Castle, the punches looked obviously fake.
I don't know if that was like a stunt double situation. I mean, I don't know if they were like, let's do this with stunt doubles mostly. Or
Yeah,
what
like,
happened there?
I might be like nitpicking here, but like it was so obvious to me, and like it just looked like, I don't know, it just looked really fake.
It's one of those that really like takes you back out, and you're like, okay, this is a TV show.
Yeah.
This is TV show budget. How did you feel about the hallway shot though?
Between
It's like that one shot where like they're all running in the hallway.
Frank Castle towards the inmates,
I thought it was with
or which
Daredevil.
one? Running in the hallway towards who?
Maybe that's in season 1, where all the guys are running in the room to fight Daredevil, and he like throws like the microwave at someone.
Oh! Is this when he goes to save the little kid?
Yeah, yeah, and then the door falls down.
Yeah.
And then the dude runs out, and then he falls on the door, and it's like all one shot in the hallway.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
That
The
was
hallway
sick.
shot. That's a really great shot.
That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually really cool.
All right, keep throwing. Just read them through. I'm not even gonna respond. Just read them through.
You want me to read everything?
Just whatever ideas are calling to right now.
I'll read like significant ones. Episode 10. I love that Daredevil has the cop Mahoney that he confides in. It's like all vigilantes have that one inside cop, Batman and Gordon.
Right? They all got their buddy.
Yeah.
They all got their buddy that's like Loki. Like, well, we talked about that in
Plug.
season 1, or maybe it was season 2. But we're like convinced that the only reason this guy stays in this town where all this crazy stuff happens is whenever Daredevil tells him something, he just says like he did it himself, and he just gets a promotion and he gets tons of money.
Yeah.
Like we're convinced
Yeah.
that that's the reason he's staying here. Like he finds the villains tied up by like Daredevil. And he's like, I did this myself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
let's bring him in.
Yeah. No, that would make sense for sure.
Yeah.
No one questions how Matt knew that gunfire was about to take place at the courthouse when he saves everyone. So right before the drive-by happens and Reyes dies and probably gets shot in the shoulder, Matt hears the gun trigger, like he like clicks it or whatever, and he cocks the gun, and Matt yells, "Get down!" Bro, no one questions how he knew that was about to happen. Like that's a little suspicious. That
I thought that was gonna come back up too. I thought like someone was just gonna like walk up to him later, like towards the finale, and be like, "How did you know?
How would you know
How
that?
did you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
what was going on there?"
dude, I wrote a really good something, a game I play. Okay, I'll skip to
Who deserves to die?
No. Oh,
You're like over here, we're checking off. You're like, nope, you die.
Reyes, Fisk, otherwise known as Thumb Man.
Got a little bored this episode. Let's kill Foggy. You know what I mean? Like you're just
Yeah.
saying stuff. You're like,
So
welcome.
episode 11, I wrote down, okay, Matt and Elektra are actually, I don't know. Yeah, he's with Elektra. They're at the dock where the boat was that Frank invaded, and they hear these cars pulling up. And Matt said to Elektra that he counts 10. Wait, is that it was Elektra, right? Or was it Frank?
Um, I
I
cannot tell you.
I think it was I think Matt told. Oh wait, no. It was Frank Castle. It was Castle
Okay,
because Matt went to go stop Castle from killing who he thought was the blacksmith.
that's right.
So, and then afterwards, like Matt is talking to Frank, and then the cars pull up, right?
hmm
So Matt says he counts 10 cars or 10 people when like
hmm
a couple cars pull up. So fun game I like to play is how would Matt know? So
Um,
for this game, you have to think that Matt can't see at all because like
okay.
he has heightened senses, but he can't see. I know there's like some debate of whether he can see and it's like a world on fire or whatever.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking was for him to know there was 10 people when he only heard a couple cars pull up because it could be like 15 people in those cars, it could be like 4, right?
Yeah.
He he had to have heard something along the lines of hearing the cars sound different because the weight of multiple people being in the car lower the car down and affect the squeaking of the tires. That's my theory.
I'd believe it.
Of- of-
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear heartbeat through stuff.
oh shit.
Like
That
heartbeat
that
through
would
the
be
cars.
that might be a more simple explanation,
Or I
actually.
guess it would be maybe I don't know. You have to think about how fast he can process this stuff too.
He
Like can he
probably
be like, "Oh, this is how many footsteps I heard." Like boom, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's really
Because
difficult
yeah.
to it's kind of up to your interpretation, I guess.
Actually, I forgot that he could hear their heartbeats because that would make sense. I was thinking to
But
myself,
still,
like, I was like,
I
how
forget
did he
like
know?
I don't know with all the stuff going on though. But I guess he was in like a crowded bar and he was able to hear it.
Dude, at the very end, when they're looking for all the people kidnapped by the Yakuza on the rooftop, Elektra
Yeah.
helps Matt to, like, focus. She tells him, focus, like, one thing at a time. And he skips through, like, every conversation in the city, every car honk, and like finds them in the bus. Like it's absolutely ridiculous that he could
Right.
do that. It's crazy.
He's overpowered, man.
He's
If he
powerful.
was killing people, dude,
He's
that'd be insane.
unstoppable. Yeah.
Like that would be crazy.
uh Okay. I'm gonna go back to where I left off on episode 10.
Go for
I
it.
love how Matt still hides that he can partly see, and he plays dumb and like he was like leaving the court scene with after Foggy got shot and like runs into like caution tape and he's like, oh, and
Right.
like ducks under it, like bro, like
Like,
bro's
dude,
so
we've seen you fight 10 people at once, like
yeah,
while being blind.
bro. I wonder
And
if
then
like
it,
he ever like lets his guard down and like is like ducks under a bar or something and like
right?
people
This
be
the
like,
good old
hey
Stevie
yo,
Wonder. Stevie
yeah,
Wonder like catching the mic falling down. And people
yeah,
are like,
yeah,
"Hold on." He's like,
yeah. Wait
What's
a
going on
second.
there?" Right.
It's that Leonardo DiCaprio a little meme like what's like,
Yeah.
whoa.
The one spot time in Hollywood.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
It's just
Um,
I think he does probably give it up a few too many times.
there must be some moments.
Right.
Matt loses his composure talking to Fisk in the prison, and I've never really seen him lose his cool.
Yeah.
I wrote, only Fisk can do this to Matt. I was worried he would expose himself as Daredevil, which he gives a hint that Fisk starts looking into it.
Do you think that will happen in season 3 or
Yes.
anything? Do you think eventually we'll get to a point where it's like, oh, Matt Murdock is Daredevil?
Oh, like the whole world to know, or
Yeah.
just Fisk? Oh, the whole world. Kind of like how Spider-Man got revealed to everyone.
Yeah, like it really comes down to who cares. Like I feel like the Punisher, he would know. He knows who Matt is. He doesn't care.
Yeah,
He doesn't
yeah.
need to use it against him. You know what I mean?
Whereas,
Kingpin
Yeah.
would probably use it against him,
Mhm.
but he doesn't need that to publicly turn people against Daredevil.
I think
You know what
Fisk.
I mean?
Yeah, I think Fisk will discover it, and
I
if
think he'll
he,
just start taking people. Like I feel like he'll be hurting the people around Matt without directly being
Mm,
like, "Hey, everybody, Matt Murdock is
yeah,
Daredevil." Like I feel like he's the kind that would just like use it for personal benefit and being like, "Oh, this is your buddy Foggy. We got him."
and it's interesting because in season 1, Fisk goes public
Uh,
and like announces himself publicly, but only because Vanessa came in to do that.
right.
And so maybe maybe he would now, if he found out the identity, expose him to the world because Vanessa infiltrated his methods. Like maybe he would do that now.
Yeah, there's just so many projects ahead. I don't know when they would do that or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or how he would keep being him.
right. It'd be interesting.
You
Um,
got any final notes?
yeah, do you need to go soon?
I mean, we can make it longer.
Let's just keep
This
going.
might
I
be the
mean,
longest podcast.
yeah, who cares? I mean, I doubt, honestly, maybe a couple people are listening by now, but
Hey,
hey,
these are
this is
the
fun. This is fun.
right.
I mean,
We're
we
just
do
having a
have
conversation.
6,000 subscribers now, so
Yeah, let me get a live check on that. I
shoot,
got
maybe
it right here.
I'm being a little ignorant, bro. Maybe there are some real ones in
We
here
got
watching.
6,000
We
or
appreciate you.
6.38 thousand.
I appreciate all 6.38 thousand of you. I know every single one of your YouTube channel names too.
Wow,
Yep.
he's memorized them, guys.
You want to test me, Brody?
Sure. Who was
All right.
our 81st subscriber?
81st subscriber, that was actually the person who won our giveaway, which was Trev. Trev the Magical, I think his name was. No,
Oh.
it wasn't Trev the Magical. It was Trev something. Like
I don't
Stizzy,
remember what it
think
was.
Stizzy Trev or something like that.
Okay,
Hey, shout
I
out
believe
to
you.
Trev. All right, episode 11. There's only 3 more episodes, so I hate that everyone has some snarky one-liner to Matt. Foggy
Yeah.
after getting Foggy after getting shot tells Matt, like we talked about this, when to start,
Yeah.
not to stop. Claire, after almost dying at the hospital, tells Matt to admit he's in over his head. Like, way to build him up. Like, dude,
Right.
you should be like giving him confidence instead of being negative. Like, I know Claire is trying
Yeah.
to be realistic. She's trying to tell Matt to be careful and
Yeah.
that he's in over his head. But she could definitely build up his confidence and while also doing the same thing.
It's like, dude, imagine what these superheroes would be like if they just had people around them who were like, okay, you do you, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same with
agree.
Peter Parker. If Peter Parker just had people
Uh-huh.
around him that weren't worried about him dying and stuff, and were
Mhm.
just like, hey, you're kind of doing a nice thing by saving everybody in our city.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do
Yeah.
you know the risk, you know what you're doing.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Dude,
Like, I feel
100%.
like, but
He's a
I
big
mean,
boy.
I guess there would be no drama for the show. But
Yeah.
obviously, when you think about it, you're like, what's hurting the superheroes more? Like a supervillain or like the people around him? Supervillain, they can fight, they can walk away, but they're still stuck with the people around them who are like, yeah, maybe you're not a good person, and you're like, what? I just spent 2 seasons saving
Uh-huh.
the city from the worst people possible,
For
and you're gonna come in here and
real.
be like, Matt, have you thought about if what you're doing is right? And he's like, dude, I'm not
Yeah.
even killing people. Give me a
Yeah,
break.
dude.
You know what I mean?
Facts, bro. It's
But
facts.
yeah, I feel like in that episode, everyone just had like a one-liner that they like looked in the mirror
Yeah,
and like practiced. And they were just like
dude.
practicing and practicing. And then they were just like finally were like, I'm going to say it to Matt.
Uh-huh.
I earned my line in this episode. And
Yeah,
maybe the
yeah.
actors practice it the same way too. They're like, this is
Yeah,
my
yeah.
line to sell this episode.
Uh,
And they're like, hey, Matt, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Maybe you should think about other people. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude. The line that Claire said to Matt, because he like got off a phone call and was like,
Mhm.
"Sorry, like I gotta go. It's important, but I really am sorry." And Claire says, "So am I." Like, dude, shut the hell up, Claire. He just saved.
Honestly,
He just
right?
saved your life, and he saved like some other hospital workers' lives. Maybe I know some of them died, but
But he saved as many as he could, dude.
he saved them,
He never stopped for a break or anything.
and Claire never even thanked him. But
Right?
also, side note, major respect to Claire for quitting her job after the hospital tries to cover everything up about like
Yeah, that is true.
she didn't tolerate any of that. She was like, since when did a hospital care more about money than saving people's lives? I was like,
Right.
that's real.
I don't know. I just thought I think everyone needs to be nicer. Everybody needs to be nicer to Matt.
Facts, dude. He's a blind
That's out
man.
here.
He's blind.
Like
Come on.
he's doing it all, dude. He's going to the bar. He's playing pool with people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and he can't even do that without someone in the bar's heartbeat making him go investigate.
Yeah.
Like he just
Yeah.
can't catch a break, man. It's
Yeah.
actually crazy.
Okay, then Marcy comes to visit Foggy in the hospital. I said, I guess her sporadic appearances are validated because why else would she be in the series? That's
Right.
kind of like okay, like I guess side characters like at some points I was like annoyed that they bring in random characters like for 2 minutes, but I was also like, I mean, I guess like it's fine because they're not going to be here for like a long time, like longer
But I
than
feel like that's like good. Like I love when shows know that the side character is the side character. And even if
that.
the fans love the side character, they're not like, let's do a spin-off of that guy. Like
Facts,
no, like they're made to
not
be a side
necessary.
character. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah,
their whole thing is they're good. Like that's how I feel about like I really, really enjoy the Black Widow movie.
yeah.
But I feel like with earlier movies, she's great as like a co-star. Because you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you get her in an Iron Man movie. How does she interact with those characters? Now you
Mhm,
get her in Winter Soldier. You know what I
mhm.
mean?
Yeah, she's
Like,
a really good side character.
and I feel the same way about Hawkeye. As much as like
Mm,
Hawkeye's a cool character, I feel like him being in projects and you just getting like a little bit of him here and there is just better for the character. You don't
yeah,
need to act like he's like one of the coolest characters of all time.
yeah,
Like
I agree,
just
bro.
respect. You know what I mean? It's not any disrespect to the character, but it's just
Yep.
you need to have your people that support the main cast and that you're able to move around. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I really like the Black Widow movie, but I can't wait to watch it again.
I do like it. Dude, the opening sequence is probably one of my favorite opening sequences in the MCU of all time. I love, love, love that opening sequence. The
And
whole
that's when
flashback.
they're playing the "Smells Like Teen Spirit" that song.
Everything up to that point. Like, that's like the actual intro, but like
Yeah,
everything up to the point with her being a kid and her leaving the house
yeah, yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
like my favorite. That was a complete. It was really
Oh,
cool.
of all of them in the car, like leaving, getting in the
Yes, an American
airplane.
Pie playing,
Dude, oh yes. Oh, I agree with you.
and it's
Favorite
4th of July, and they're having to leave.
amazing.
It's and then the plane. It's I
It's
love
so
that opening
good.
sequence so much. That movie I feel was very underrated.
100%. I watched
Anyway,
it in theaters so many times. All right, yeah.
yeah, it's
Um,
great.
okay. So the assassins going after Frank Castle are so bad at their job. Why would they why would they rush into the cafe when they can just shoot him through the glass? Like
Right?
they're
I'm a
stupid,
professional assassin. I'm gonna deal with this myself. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna get a cup of coffee while I'm
bro.
fighting him.
So dumb. And like the ninjas have the best technique of stealth. They would not have made that mistake.
Right? Well, it's just one of those. If you're a named character, you get an advantage. If you're not, you're gonna be the
Yeah.
worst at whatever job you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Madame Gao makes an appearance and actually
Yeah,
helps Matt. That was interesting.
it was cool.
Um. Oh, so when Elektra is super pissed at Stick for sending someone to come kill her,
Mm-hmm.
she decides she's gonna go kill Stick, right?
Yep.
Stick knows that Elektra's coming, and you can see him like sharpening his blade on like that little stone. I thought
Yeah.
he was putting poison on his blade, like
Oh.
like the ninjas did that got
Yeah.
Elektra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, because you could see like liquid. I don't know if it was like a
Yeah.
cleaner, but
I don't know.
during the fight, Elektra like holds like holds back Stick's blade from like hitting her in the face and like kind of cuts the middle of her hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
It's
like
over.
she's poisoned.
Right.
But she was fine. I was like, oh, okay, I guess it wasn't poison.
You're like,
But
I said she should die. You're like, I decided she should die.
yeah.
It's not
Hey,
panning out.
next up is Foggy. He needs to be
Okay.
punished for his arrogance.
Wow. You send the Punisher after him. Punisher versus Foggy should have been the finale.
Yeah.
It would have
Okay.
been great.
Okay. But then also I was thinking, dude, when they have poison on their blades and they are clashing blades in a fight, wouldn't that translate some of the poison onto the other blade and could backfire if they get stabbed and they get poisoned? Something to
I
think about,
mean,
right? Like
you also have to think about they're both holding knives,
they're gonna
and the knife's
die.
already deadly. The knife,
Mhm,
you know what I
I
mean?
know.
They're
It,
kind of
it
already
was,
running that risk.
it's yeah, yeah. It's only really
You
in
know what
the
I mean?
case where like you stab them and like they get away, like they survive somehow.
Right.
Which like it did happen with Elektra getting poisoned. Anyways, that's when I really thought at the end of that episode I thought Stick was the blacksmith
Yep.
and I thought that I figured it out. I was like so happy with myself, like I figured it out.
Right.
Episode 12, we get an Elektra flashback episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I that's when I was like, wait, Stick has been training for this war for so long. Okay, he's probably not a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked the Elektra flashback. It was cool. And it showed us that Elektra really is like the exact opposite of Matt.
Yeah, I think what Ethan said when we were talking about it is he wished it kind of showed Matt's darker side. Like he feels like Matt should have been probably in a worse place in those flashbacks, and that would kind of be how him and Elektra bonded more. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you're talking
Was
about
Matt was in a worse spot, and they were doing like kind of worse stuff back in the
you're, ta-
day.
you're talking about in college when Matt met Elektra and
Yeah,
Matt flashback. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was really interesting to see Matt just like fully trust Elektra out of nowhere. Like it was
right.
super sus, dude. That was
But I
super
don't know how long would that have been after his dad died.
like 15 10 years cuz college you're like 20.
Yeah, so I guess it wouldn't be like too soon after. But I don't know.
Yeah,
We don't know how many people he had like close to him around that time.
true.
So maybe he just like
It's
kind of
foggy.
got like an instant attachment.
But when we're seeing Elektra her super young flashbacks when she's getting trained
Yeah.
and she's the exact opposite of Matt because Matt is too soft in Stick's eyes and Elektra is too
Yep.
hardcore. And it actually showed how Stick can be a good teacher because he trains them according to their style. Like
Mhm.
he trains Elektra to he tells her to tame the fire,
Yeah.
and he tells Matt to like increase his intensity pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's actually like good to see that he is like a good teacher like that, because
Mhm.
he could have told Elektra like, "Oh, you're doing great. Like keep being a savage." But
Right.
he didn't. He actually tells her like, "Okay, you got to calm down."
Yeah. There's a lot of people on the show telling other people how to superhero.
Right.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of like, hey, you should be doing this. You should be doing this. Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Which some characters I think they're actually trying to help, and then other characters are like, you're way out of your league to even be like telling this person how to do this.
100%.
You know what I mean? But I feel like that was somewhere where it's justified.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty like weird that Matt didn't look for the ninjas in the sewer system until Foggy like gave him advice in the office when they're like
Yeah.
packing up their stuff.
I thought he was
Like,
gonna hear like water running or something, or he was gonna like, you know what I mean, hear something like that, and
yeah.
then he was gonna be like, let
Well,
me go
like,
check that out, dude.
Kill.
And this would have been the
Huh.
perfect time to bring in the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
You remember when they
Yep.
had the sewer? I was like, I swear, if we see just on a shelf like a rat and like some turtles, like just like normal
Uh,
rat and turtles,
that
that
would
would
be
have been so
so,
funny.
dude. That would have been so cool, dude.
Could you imagine? Just as like a little thrown in out there,
A little
just
Easter
like
egg.
or just like a piece of pizza, dude. Just something, man.
Yeah. Some slime.
Like
Green
literally,
slime.
they had he was chasing ninja assassins into the
Mhm.
sewers, and they have
Dude,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles referenced in the comics, and there was no reference to that.
maybe. Hold on. Maybe the ninjas, some of them are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that we just don't know.
Dude,
Maybe Nobu was a turtle.
the thumbnail for this video is gonna have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles picture,
Uh-huh.
and people are gonna have to wait an hour and 40 minutes to see why we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles photo in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
There will
Yeah.
be no context at all until you reach almost 2 hours into the podcast.
Oh God. But Matt literally escaped from the police in season 1 through the sewer system with that Russian
Right?
guy's help. So
You
like
would think he would be like,
that's
I
the
know what I
first
would do in this
place.
situation because I
I
did it.
I thought that was the first place he would have looked for the ninjas, not the subway system, but
Guess not.
anyways. Um I noticed the camera angles were nice between Karen and Ben. Ben's boss. I don't know his name from the New York Bulletin, but
Um.
I think he's the same actor in the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie.
Oh.
Dude, I'm
Let me
almost
check.
positive because they look like the same person.
Um. It's popping up Ben, but he's in season one. He's not in the other seasons, is he?
Ben's boss that hires
Oh
Karen.
wait, hold on. I found him. Mitchell Ellison. We're doing a deep dive here.
Oh no, it's not. I don't think it's the same guy
I don't
actually.
think so either.
It's Ian Hawke, David Cross.
Yeah.
Anyways, dang, I actually thought it was the same person, but guess not.
This guy is in other movies. He's not in those ones.
Dude, I don't get. So this is when the Marine colonel that covered for Frank Castle in court.
Yeah, the one
Karen
that Karen
goes,
goes to.
yeah, Karen goes to visit him to get info, and I don't understand why the Marine colonel covered for Frank in court when he actually hated him.
For
Like
some
why?
reason, I felt like that might tie into the Punisher show.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It might be another one where I'm just hoping for a connection to make more sense.
Yeah.
But I felt like maybe there's something explained in that show. Or they'll
Yeah.
just forget about it and never talk about it again.
Yeah,
But I'm
like
kind
they
of hoping
do sometimes.
that maybe they know each other or something's explained.
Yeah. I thought it was a really cool little hint that Frank was there to save Karen because the CD was in playing music in her car.
Right. That
So
was
like
sick.
yeah, right away I knew like okay, Frank is gonna save the day. I thought it was in the back seat.
Yeah,
But
they find some cool ways to go about some of these scenes.
yeah. Um and then they cut back to Electra and Matt going to save Stick
Mm.
from the ninjas, and Stick's getting tortured. Literally looks like Wolverine with those sticks
Yeah.
coming out of his hands.
Yeah. Definitely vibes from that.
And dude, it was dirty work by the producers because like they flip back they cut to the scene right of a ninja sticking it into his
Yeah.
fingertip. Like we have no preparation.
Yeah.
I was like,
That was
oh
pretty jarring.
yeah. Um, let's see. What else do I have written down? Frank having those crazy looks in his eyes. How old is Stick? Because in the flashbacks to Elektra, he looks like 80 years old when Elektra is like
Right.
8. Like he's got to be so old.
Let's see. 75 to 85 years old.
No, bro, he's got to be like 90. There's no way.
Says he was born in 1938.
Dang, that's right in the
But
World War II about to happen.
that timeline doesn't
He's
line
like
up
Captain
either.
America. Captain
He can't
America's
be from
older.
1939 because then he would. Well, I don't know. This is coming in 2017.
Yeah. Anyways, it's okay. It was just something I was
I mean,
thinking.
it is a good point though. I hadn't really thought about that.
Because he looked like the same age in the flashbacks.
Right.
Um, episode 13. Okay, the convo between Ellie and Matt on the roof when discussing taking down the hand by getting Nobu. Matt
Mm.
says it's a simple plan. We just need to get Nobu, and Ellie is like, "It won't be that easy." And then Matt says, "Giving up is harder."
Yeah.
That that quote, for some reason, reminds me of Hamilton when George Washington tells Hamilton, "Dying is easy, young man. Living is harder." I was
It's
like,
good.
for some reason, I was like, "Oh,
It's good.
Hamilton.
If I had $1 for every time the MCU referenced Hamilton or someone brought up Hamilton and I still haven't watched it,
How much
I'd
money would you
be.
have?
Um,
$2?"
I think Ethan brought it up a few times during Ironheart.
Okay, yeah. You gotta
So
watch it, dude. It's catchy
I know
songs.
it's on Disney Plus too.
Yeah. And then we find out Marcy works for Hogarth
That
when
is true.
she gives Foggy an interview. I love that they intertwined that.
That was cool.
Interesting question I had here. Matt doesn't have any powers like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, right? He just has heightened senses. Because from Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, they had incidents where they were like powers came to them.
Yeah. Um,
Daredevil had an incident, but he didn't get powers.
I
he just
think
had
just his
really
eyes
good.
were affected, but he survived some crazy stuff.
Mhm.
And it could just be plot armor, or maybe
Yeah,
he's a little bit stronger than the average person.
yeah. He just might be like,
But he's just training constantly too.
yeah,
He does just survive some crazy stuff, but I think that's just like a TV show being a TV show.
yeah. Um,
I did see you think he should have bulletproof armor.
yeah. He does, right?
I thought that was in your notes that he needs like a
Oh, I
bulletproof
did.
suit
I did say that he needs bulletproof armor. How did you know that? Did I say that?
because he sent like a screen recording of all your notes, and I think that was the one that I saw.
Oh yeah. No, I wrote down he needs bulletproof armor. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
um, let's see. Sad moment when Elektra dies, but so unrealistic that the ninjas just stop fighting so Matt and Elektra can have one last combo.
Right? They're like, you know what?
Like, let's let
We
them
are
have a
Ninja
moment.
Turtles. We know what this is like. We're
Uh-huh.
gonna just watch. We're just gonna let you guys have this moment.
Yeah.
They're very respectful assassins.
hmm And then major respect to Foggy for settling up the Murdoch and Nelson tab at Josie's bar. Finally,
Right?
thought that was cool.
So someone had to do it.
Ooh, before Matt burns down, or sorry, not Matt, Frank Castle burns down his house,
Uh-huh.
he grabs this disc out of one of the family framed photos in there,
Oh yeah.
and it says micro on it. I'm very interested to what that is.
Yeah. I don't know what that could be pertaining to.
Yeah, and then
Just have to see.
and then the very end they show Elektra going into a coffin, which we can only assume is the ninjas bringing her back to life. Crazy.
Yeah.
Good season. Great season.
Yeah.
And
Had
I
a
think
lot of good stuff.
this is a great bonus episode we just did.
I think it is.
A lot of things were covered.
Yep.
You have any final thoughts? Because I need to head out to work soon.
No, I was just letting you spiel, getting this word out to the people. Talking
Sure.
about Daredevil in the big 2025. Seeing who's out there still talking about Daredevil.
Yes, sir.
And yeah,
There better be some out there. Because this was the
there's
first time
gotta be.
There is. I mean, this is the first time I watched Daredevil, the show, and what a damn good show, dude. I should have watched it earlier.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, but I'm glad I was able to do it this way and kind of talk with people and go over the stuff that I would have missed.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm
I would
so-
have binged it and it would have been like a blur for most of it.
Yeah. Like, I'm so thankful for this podcast that, like, we have people we can analyze it with. And, like, it's a reason for me to take notes and really pay attention and focus to a show. It just, I've never done this to a show before, and it's cool.
It is really cool. Imagine if we were doing Star Wars. No, I'm just kidding. That's like
All
3
right.
years in the future.
Well, I'm going to have to head out.
I'll wrap this up for us. So, I'm going to try to do my Ethan impression.
Yes, sir.
So, and that's going to do it for this episode of the Illuminati takeover of the Sacred Rewatch. All right, this wasn't even Illuminati takeover. I'm reading the wrong script. So, this is just the normal Sacred Rewatch, guys. But go watch Illuminati takeover. We go over into some great stuff over there about Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
We hope you have enjoyed diving back into this Marvel timeline with us. New recap episodes are coming out every week leading up to Avengers Doomsday. We're going through the entire MCU up to Doomsday. Just series by series, movie by movie. If you don't want to watch it all, we will cover the topics and explain everything that's going on, some funny moments, some weird writing moments. So be sure to check in. Stay tuned. Wherever you are in the multiverse, thanks for making the Sacred Rewatch part of your... And then the script ends, and then there's just nothing there. I'm going to assume it says journey.
Part of
Or
your
part of
viewing
your-
experience.
Part of your viewing experience. We'll go with that. So, again, thank you for watching.
And
Hope you guys
thank
enjoyed
you.
this episode.
Thank you
And that'll do
for
it.
6,500 subscribers. Y'all are some real
Absolutely.
ones.
We got some great content heading your way, guys.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
That'll do it for this episode. See you guys.